Hey guys, welcome to another game on WTV16. I am Aaron, and this is the final match in the Fit for Gaming Solo League series between Mark, the Russian undead player, and Starshaped, the Night Elf player from Sweden. So let's go ahead and get this game started, and you can see that Starshaped is spawned at the top of Amazonia, with Mark spawning at the bottom. And we see an Altar of Elders going down for Starshaped, so no Tavern Hero build for Starshaped this time. And once again we see an early altar build from Mark. In the first game we actually saw Starshaped going for a panda first, and he won by doing a lot of Zeppelin drops with bears and a panda on the gold mine of Mark. He was able to do it 2 times and put up an expansion, and he was able to win that game. The second game on Twisted Meadows, Mark actually played very nicely in my opinion by putting up his own fast expansion, because Starshaped had done a very strange build in that he didn't build Huntresses until very late, and he waited. He built his Keeper of the Grove, an altar, and a Moonwell, and then he went straight for an expansion. He put up his Tree of Life before he put up any Huntresses or anything. So Mark was able to put up his own expansion and do a mass fiend push the entire game and win, since his expansion was uncontested because Starshaped had no units at all. And in this game we actually see a Demon Hunter coming out for Starshaped, so this isn't something that's very common from Starshaped at all. He's actually doing Demon Hunter and Archers, it looks like here. So he's playing Standard. Starshaped rarely ever plays Standard. That doesn't mean he's not good with Standard play, it's just not something he commonly does. And Mark actually doing a fast Death Knight build, assuming that Starshaped is probably doing a Tavern Hero again or a Keeper of the Grove again. And now he's going to end up running his Death Knight down there and finding out that there's a Demon Hunter in the way. So Starshaped changing it up after losing the second game of this series. This is a best of 3, so whoever wins this game will win the series in its entirety. Mark scouting out with his Acolyte. He sees that there is an Ancient of War down and that there is
a player's forces are under
an
attack.
altar already. So Mark probably realizing that there is no non-standard type play going on here. Starshaped using his Archer to lightning shield these creeps, so nice job there. And he actually sees the Demon Hunter now, Mark does. So Mark can see that Starshaped is doing a standard type play here, so the Death Knight first will probably not go as well as Mark would think, especially against like a Keeper of the Grove. The Death Knight harass can be more effective, but now Starshaped will be able to pick a fast level 2 up right here, and Mark looks like he does go Unholy Aura first, since he can't get a Death Coil against the Demon Hunter, and he will just go ahead and try to creep out this small orange camp here instead of trying to harass. So Mark adapting his strategy after he sees that Starshaped is also adapted from his standard standard Keeper of the Grove Huntresses type play. So both players doing a good job of reacting to their opponents. Starshaped changing it up to a Demon Hunter after losing with the Keeper of the Grove. He saw that Mark was very prepared for his strategies. So Starshaped already teching to tier 2 now. Doesn't go Huntresses at all. He will be putting his Hunters all up later. Clearing out the rest of this green camp with his Archer, and now the Demon Hunter are going to try to do some harassment here. And Mark is actually not going Fiends at all. He's decided to tech as well. So Mark also changing his strategy. Both of these players doing a lot of reactionary play here, which is very nice to see, since watching the exact same strategies every single game can get a bit repetitive. So both players changing it up. Now he's putting up a graveyard, so Mark may decide to go into some Fiend type play later, but he is not doing any type of early Fiends here. Continuing to creep up with his Death Knight and a couple of Ghouls here, trying to get level 2 on his Death Knight. Level 2 already for the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter has picked up Boots of Speed. He has Boots of Agility as well, which is not too bad. I'm not sure how he runs with 2 different boots on, since the Boots of Agility look pretty much a lot lighter than the Boots of Speed. So maybe he has a strange gait when he walks. Anyway, back in this game, it looks like Mark is going to try to do some type of surround here on the Demon Hunter. Starshaped does have those boots though, so his Demon Hunter looks like it's able to avoid these surrounds. He needs to be very careful though. He doesn't want to get surrounded this early in the game. He's trying to continue to add some more mana burns to this Death Knight, which he is doing, but he's playing very risky here with this Demon Hunter. Looks like Starshaped has been playing his Dota though, and he's not getting too close to a surround right now. And Starshape once again going for another mana burn. Mark finally decided not to play Ring Around the Rosie here around this little dragon skeleton, and he's just leaving the Demon Hunter to run around by himself. The Halls of the Dead tech has been finished, so tier 2 now for Mark. We can see if he's going to decide to do any type of gargoyle play, or if he will tech straight to destroyers
A
or
player's
anything like
forces
that.
are under attack.
Starshaped almost tier 2 as well as Ancient of Wonders going down. And his Hunter's Hall finished. He's getting Night Vision, which will allow him to harass a bit better against the undead. He was there just a little too late to get a mana burn creep steal. So the Death Knight passing up the hero experience of the Demon Hunter now, getting pretty close to level 3. And Starshaped needs to be careful. A very nice surround here by Mark. So Mark actually does get this round. Starshaped wasn't paying attention. He has Immolation instead of Evasion. So Starshaped will be forced. He gets 1 goal and he will be forced to TP here. Mark about to lose 1 goal right now. And the goal actually gets away with just a little bit of HP. So Immolation unable to finish off that last goal. Starshaped being a bit too risky with the Demon Hunter gets surrounded, but he is throwing up 2 Ancients of Lore right now. His Demon Hunter is going to have to be really careful now if he decides to run back and do that again. Starshaped picking up his Panda now that he hit tier 2. And he'll be able to do quite a bit of damage to these ghouls with the Panda. But it looks like the Demon Hunter is going to try to do some more harassment instead of creeping to level to level 3. And no mana on the Death Knight, but Starshaped has to be really careful here. He continues to act really risky. There's no more mana left on the Death Knight, so there's really no reason for Starshaped to be doing this. He's about to get surrounded again. He barely gets out of this round because the skeletons disappeared right at the perfect moment. Even War Chief Rich commenting that Starshaped is scaring him, I'm assuming, by being so risky with his Demon Hunter. He could have lost his Demon Hunter right there had the Skeletal Warriors had more time left. So he needs to be really careful. He's trying to creep up with his Panda, but it looks like he's losing a bit of control here with his Demon Hunter. So perhaps trying to play a bit too risky for a strategy that he doesn't typically play with all the time. He is doing a bit of damage here on this Death Knight, but I don't think it's necessary. He could do 1 more mana burn here and then just leave the Death Knight alone. The Death Knight isn't able to creep right now, so he's done a lot of damage. He's kept the Death Knight from creeping up to level 3. He's already crept up some on his Panda. I don't think that he is really needing to make this risky type play, but I guess if it works out, I can eat my words if he can continue to deny this creeping of the undead. But he keeps getting in risky positions with this Death Knight, or with this Demon Hunter. And now he is creeping with his Panda here, so he's going to have his attention focused in 2 different places. And once again, and there it is. So he finally gets surrounded here. He was paying attention to his Panda, paying attention to his archers, and his Demon Hunter is going to go down right here. Fortunately, the Demon Hunter is only level 2. Unfortunately, he gives the Death Knight level 3, so a big mistake there from Starshaped. And Mark was finally able to get that, and so he should be feeling pretty happy now. He's chased that Demon Hunter around for a really long time. And it looked like Starshaped was running towards the tavern to revive his Demon Hunter. Maybe not something that he would necessarily have to do since it was only level 2. And the archer died, so he probably won't do that anymore. You can check back at his tavern, his altar. He's actually not reviving his Demon Hunter still, so he will use this Dryad to produce the Demon Hunter from the tavern. And now we have some archers going down here for Mark, for Starshaped. So Mark doing a really good job right here. A nice ensnare there by the creeps to help him out. So Mark with a bit of an advantage here after killing that Demon Hunter. So Mark playing very nicely. Once he got that surround, he was able to capitalize on that advantage. He was able to creep some of these creeps here on Starshape's side of the map, which is going to be very important in the later stages should Starshaped stop playing so aggressively and decide to creep up his Panda. If all of these camps are gone on his side, there won't be too much that he could do as far as hero levels go. And once again, he's chasing around this Death Knight with his Demon Hunter. He really should run to the shop, I think, and buy a staff so that he can staff himself out of there should he get surrounded again. But there is a Lich here now, there is a Naga here now, so it's going to be really hard for this Demon Hunter to do too much damage without getting surrounded once again from all of this slow damage that the Undead Army will be able to produce from these heroes. Rejuvenation now on this Panda, so bears are out somewhere, 2 Dryads are out, and the Bear Master upgrade now being researched. Panda staffing out the Demon Hunter, and Mark once again continuing to creep up the side of the map that Starshaped would want to be creeping up. Starshaped looked like he was going to try for a creep jack there, but then he turned around and now he's back here once again. So something that I don't really understand. He did this in the first game as well. He sort of ran towards the undead army, ran away from the undead army, ran back towards it again. So Mark able to creep up this camp uncontested here, and Death Coil going off from the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter very low, getting rejuvenated though, and there is enough mana for another coil, so the Demon Hunter needs to be very careful. Nice staff there by Starshaped. Mark almost able to kill the Demon Hunter. He will be able to take down. Oh, it looked like he was going to take down a Dryad, with the Dryad finally running away. And Starshaped focusing down on the Lich. The Lich is getting pretty low. There he is. He passes off the staff of teleportation, so the Lich will be able to TP here. Almost got killed by this mana burn of Starshaped, so Starshaped trying to kill this Lich. The Lich now running around these trees. Starshaped does have boots of speed, so he will be able to catch up with this Lich. The Demon Hunter running around the other side trying to give him an aura before he goes down. Almost enough mana to heal the Lich, so he was 1 mana away. He had 74 mana right before the Lich TP'd. So Mark almost able to save the Lich without wasting a TP there, which would have given him more of an advantage, but unfortunately he was forced to TP. And now Starshaped still level 2 on his Demon Hunter, still level 2 on his Panda, and as you can see, a lot of these creeps here on his side of the map have already been crept out. He still does have the shop here, which will give him level 3 on the Panda, something that I feel like he should be doing right now. And there are a lot of creeps left on the side of Mark, and he already has level 3 on his Death Knight, and he will be able to pick up level 3 pretty soon on his Lich. He picks up level 2 on his Naga right there. And now Starshaped continuing to creep up, trying to get level 3 on this Panda. The Demon Hunter now adding some experience as well. Both heroes looking for level 3. Level 2 mana burn, very important against that Death Knight now that he has level 2 coil. He wants to keep all the mana drained off of that Death Knight as best as he can. Still only level 2 though on this Demon Hunter. And both players now looking to find some more creeps. And there's not a lot left on the map. So Starshaped will, it looks like, we get this creep jack here on this very tiny orange camp. Some abominations now coming out from Mark, and instantly using a coil. The Demon Hunter very low HP already. Uses a potion of invulnerability with only 15 HP, but by the time he gets there and does any damage, he's going to be forced to staff out again. So this bear actually going down. The Demon Hunter using that potion of invulnerability and then being staffed anyway instead of the bear. I think he should have staffed out the bear and then just ran his Demon Hunter. And now it's just the Panda and a couple of Dryads and 1 bear up against this 3 heroes of the undead and quite a few destroyers. One of these destroyers does have mana, so another bear goes down. So things not looking good for Starshaped in that battle. Mark doing a good job of focusing that Demon Hunter as soon as he saw it. Starshaped had ran the Demon Hunter ahead of his army just a little bit too much, so 1 Death Coil was able to go off on the Demon Hunter. And then a huge amount of focus. So the Demon Hunter used an invulnerability potion, was forced to be staffed home, so a bear was lost, and then another bear died as Starshaped tried to run away. So Mark doing a really good job there, picking off some of those bears. He does have a shade following around this Night Elf army, so he's able to run around in circles, make sure he can get a good position advantage, and both players just kind of running around the trees here. And Starshaped putting down his own sentry ward, so he did see that there's a sentry ward in the middle, and he kills the shade. And now, looks like Mark will try to take this fight to the base of Starshaped. He catches 1 bear off guard. He may be able to kill it if he can get these frost arrows to go off. And so there are some frost arrows. This bear will go down. Looks like Starshaped might have been trying to run towards the shop, but he didn't have a Zeppelin there. He could have bought the Zeppelin since he has a Hunter Saw there. So a lot of detonates going off actually now. So Starshaped getting rid of all his wisps. Now Mark has no mana. So a bit of an unnecessary mana burn there, even though this Demon Hunter is still only level 2. There was no mana left in the Death Knight from all those wisps. This Demon Hunter being focused once again. So a good position here, I think, from Mark, in that none of these the units can really get back here to these heroes. The bears were forced behind the Moonwells and the Death Knight. Now this Demon Hunter being focused down, invulnerability potion going off on the Naga. So now Starshaped losing some of these Dryads here, or about to. More bears being focused down. Actually, Mark deciding to TP out of here while his Lich gets pretty low. He picks up level 3 on the Lich, so he's able to kill 2 bears there. Actually 3 bears, I think, right before the TP. Almost killing a Dryad. getting the Demon Hunter very low and TPing out. So a nice job there by Mark. Every time they get into these battles, it looks like Mark is picking off 1 unit or 2 units extra compared to Starshaped, and they're starting to add up now. He was able to pick off a bear here in the middle fight, just picked off a few bears in Starshaped's base. Starshaped just now picking up level 3 on his Demon Hunter, so the experience definitely goes to Mark right now, and he still has creep camps inside of his base, or right next to his base rather, and so he's already level 3 on the Naga as well. So he has a level 4 Demon Hunter, or level 4 Death Knight, level 3 Lich, and a level 3 Naga, and he still has quite a few camps on his side of the map. And the Demon Hunter just now picking up level 3 for Starshaped, and his Panda barely over level 3 as well. So Mark definitely has the experience advantage, and with all of the extra units he was able to pick off throughout this game, it looks like Mark does have an advantage here. However, Starshaped has a lot of Dryads, which Mark really can't do too much against, but he's focusing down this Demon Hunter once again, going to force this Demon Hunter to be staffed out again, it looks like. And so yeah, there goes the Demon Hunter, now forced to staff out. So nothing keeping this Death Knight from using coils now, since there's no more mana left, or there's no more Demon Hunter left to do a bunch of mana burns. Demon Hunter making his way back, staffing out the Panda, but it looks like this bear may be going down here soon. There's enough mana for this Death Knight to coil it. Just a bit too much HP though, so the bear does escape. And now Mark taking the fight once again towards Starshape's base. This low bear again, and a Frost Nova finishes off that bear. Kind of a bad breath of fire there. Didn't catch the obsidian statue, it looked like. Demon Hunter being focused again. Demon Hunter needs to be very careful. Staff used once again from the Panda, so this Demon Hunter keeps getting into this battle and focused and then forced to run out. No health plot on the Death Knight, so it looks like the Death Knight will have to TP out soon. Starshaped using Drunken Haze, but he was not close enough to be able to get Breath of Fire off on that Death Knight, so the Death Knight now able to escape, and Mark chasing down the units of Starshaped. Starshaped needs to be very careful. I'm not sure where the Demon Hunter is, so the Demon Hunter not quite close enough to finish off this Death Knight. Mark now running back to his army. Needs to TP out here, so he does TP out. Would have been really bad if he lost his Death Knight right there. He's being a bit risky with it. He should have left earlier, I think. But he was able to save it. And now Starshaped once again keeps losing a few units compared to killing very, very, very little of Mark. So now Mark has 1 Frostworm out, a second one on the way. So Mark able to survive with his 50 food army for a really long time. So now that he's going over 50 food, he's having a distinct advantage, since Starshaped using the same amount of gold is still under 50 food. He has to keep replacing those bears that he lost. He's now adding some Hippogriffs to deal with those destroyers. I don't think that he knows that Frostworms are coming out, and right now 1 Hippogriff won't be enough to really do too much of anything. So Mark running around, looks like he might want to try to creep this red, but he doesn't really have the units to creep the red. Frostworms and the destroyers won't be able to attack that red camp, so he should probably decide against that. The Shade chasing down the Night Elf army here, so Mark does know that the Night Elf is looking for him, and now they will see each other. Both have air units, and Starshaped now is aware that Mark has some Frostworms out, so he'll probably continue to add some Hippogriffs. Another Sentry Ward allows him to see that Shade, so he won't be Mark won't be able to keep track of Starshaped as well anymore. And it looks like both players keep running towards each other and then running away, and then running towards each other and running away. So both trying to get a good position, neither one thinking that it's time to engage yet. So they both run from each other, then run towards each other. Now some Gargoyles coming out for Mark, so Mark wanting to get some more anti-air to go up against those Hippogriffs to make sure he can keep his Frostworms alive. So he has 2 Frosties out, as well as 2 Destroyers and a Gargoyle. He has no Fiends, so he's not going to add any Fiends to his army. It looks like he's going to stick with Gargoyles instead of trying to go for Web. He will catch a Wisp off guard here. And at the same time, a couple of bears, 3 bears now for Starshaped, quite a few Dryads, 5 Dryads, and a few Hippogriffs. But the hero levels are very low still for Starshaped. If Starshaped had a Demon Hunter that was approaching level 5 here, and even a Panda approaching level 4 or at level 4, things might be different. But it looks like Mark has been able to secure so many of these small exchanges that his army is just a lot stronger than Starshaped. So Starshaped will catch a Creepjack here, it looks like. Nope. And once again, his Demon Hunter is far, far ahead of his army. He actually ran his entire army back here. So his army is sitting in his base, and he just has his Demon Hunter and Panda, so I'm not sure why he's doing this. He's about to lose one unit here. Nope, he's able to stab out both of those units. I'm not sure why he did that. He ran towards the undead army with just 2 Dryads, a Hippogriff, and his heroes, while he ran the rest of his army back to his base. I guess he's trying to lure the undead into some sort of engagement here. It is still daytime though. If it goes on a little later and it turns night, then Starshaped will have a bit more of an advantage since he can heal up his Demon Hunter. Right now, focusing down on this Ancient of War. And now Starshaped trying to run across the back, and Forked Lightning and Frost Nova doing so much damage to these Hippogriffs, and these, it looks like all these Frostworms are going to be able to survive, even though there were quite a few Hippogriffs there. So all the Frostworms are alive. The Lich actually going down. Now the Demon Hunter being focused. And Demon Hunter stacked out. These Frostworms are alive, and there are no more Hippogriffs to do any damage to them. And so these bears are going to start falling soon. Death Knight getting close to level 5. He does have a invulnerability potion. One more Hippogriff coming out for Starshaped, but all these bears are starting to melt away. The bears were what were able to kill the Lich when Mark wasn't watching. Death Knight getting rather low here. Needs to be very careful with this Death Knight. He does have that invulnerability potion, so coil going off on the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter very low, only at 90 HP right now, and the entire undead army is just chasing him down. So this Demon Hunter getting coiled again will go down here, it looks like. So the Demon Hunter down, and most of the army for Starshaped is down. The Panda being focused now. A low HP Hippogriff gets killed with 1 volley, and another Death Coil, level 3 Death Coil, doing so much damage to this Panda. But there are a lot of Dryads here doing damage to these magic attacking units, so they won't be able to attack back. So 1 Frostworm goes down, but it looks like this Panda is going to go down again. There are no heroes for Starshaped, and now there's an Abomination and 2 heroes that will be able to take out these Dryads. And it looks like Starshaped could be calling GG soon. It looks like he might. And there is the GG. So Starshaped losing that series. Mark able to come back after being down 0-1. So a good game, and I will see you guys in the next series for the Fit for Gaming Solo League.